Hello, it's Diane. I'm going to try to do a very quick tour of my craft room. I tried to do it a couple of weeks ago and it went too long and I couldn't even upload it, even though I did it in 2 parts. So I might break it up into 3 parts depending on how quickly I go and how much detail I go into. So anyway, I just want to get started so that I can hopefully get it uploaded. I'm going to turn around so you can see my door. This is where you enter the craft room. We bought this house and moved in October. This room was already painted purple, so I claimed it as my craft room. Purple's not my favorite color, but I thought it was a fun color and I didn't want to paint, so I took the purple room, and I like the white woodwork that they painted the woodwork white. This is the closet door. I put a shoe organizer on it and it holds my punches, some of my punches, and some stickles in that pocket and some flowers, miscellaneous things. Inside the closet I have these 2 boxes with Christmas stamps in them. This photo organizer box holds my Spectrum Noir, and there's a shoebox back there that just has some smash books and things that I made. And then on each side of the closet, these closets are very narrow in this house, but there is a set of drawers on each side, and the drawers contain my wooden stamps, rubber stamps. My Cricut cartridges sit up here, and on this wall I have a nail so I can hang my Cricut mats. Each of the drawers is labeled as to which type of stamp is in it. Here's the other side. My hot glue things are back there, and here is my Stampin' Up! Roller stamps, whoops, and holders, or handles I mean, and more wooden stamps. Down here I have 2 baskets. I have to move them out of the way when I want to open the lower drawers, but just grab a handle and move them. And this is my portable smash kit where I can take it downstairs while I'm watching TV and do some smashing. And this just has some of my smash books that have various themes, so I can grab whichever book I want to work in. Moving on, we just found this wooden drawer unit online. My husband got it from Woot, the deal of the day. It's a very good deal, and I like the shallow drawers because I can stack papers in there, paper stacks, and easily find what I want. The 2 deeper drawers have stamps. So I'll just start at the top. This little plastic drawer just has miscellaneous things. I've been labeling my drawers. This has some chipboard punches. This was a whole pack of chipboard punch outs that Hobby Lobby had on clearance, so I bought those. Have brads in here, sticky bling in there. This is just a beautiful little box a friend made for me. And this is an old recipe box, a wooden recipe box, and it has game cards and game score sheets and things that I can use in junk journals. Then I have this set of 4 drawers. In the top is doilies and napkins, and then I save scraps. This is scrapbook paper that has lines or ledger or things that can be used to make journaling spots and journaling cards. So I had everything in these 3 drawers all in one box. It was getting too full and hard to find what I wanted, so I just this morning did this. Found this drawer unit up in the attic, pulled it down and used it. This drawer has office paper type of things, graph paper, lined paper, ledger paper, and it's just scraps. And this one has scraps of manila folders and miscellaneous shapes like journaling cards and things that I can actually use to make journaling cards, like the shapes that I want to use. So these 3 drawers are for making journaling cards and journaling spots, but I like to do that. Then in the wooden drawer, in the top drawer, I have my Tyvek envelopes that I cut up to make sturdy bindings for my books, and then digital downloads. I just started purchasing digital kits. So I haven't actually made anything with them yet, except for little pieces of them. I'm looking forward to doing that. This drawer has some transparencies, just a few. That's all I have, and some graphic 45 paper. And then this has some oversized vintage books that I can cut up. And scrap paper pads. 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers of scrap paper pads. These are actually things my husband collects board games and plays them actually. And he gives me these after he punches the pieces out, and I can use them for stenciling for art journaling. Well, let's take that out of there. And then I have there's some more of them. I just stuck them in there today because I was trying to find a place for them. They will not stay there. Vintage stamps in there, and stamps of ladies and fashion and sewing. Here I have these bags. I think a quilt came in here. A sheet set came in this bag, and I use it to hold my copy dyed papers. And then this bag has the copy dyed doilies and envelopes and scraps and things. And I just have these plastic envelopes that you can get at Michael's that have papers that I've collected for various projects. Until I get to the project, I have everything collected together. Then I have a white bookshelf. Up there are ribbons. This little cigar box just holds everything I need for binding a book. It has the punch holes and my big needles and waxed thread and scissors and whatever I need for binding a book. I just grab my book and that box, and I can take it downstairs and bind. These are some junk journals that I've received in swaps. Beautiful junk journals there's some of them, it's not all of them. And I get them down and look at them until I'm ready to use them. And I am using one right now, and really enjoying it. So they will be used. And these are just some books that are going to go somewhere else eventually, so that I can put more journals and things there. This shelf is dedicated to my vintage ephemera. So I have this tray, just a cardboard tray, that has my small pieces, these old bingo cards that Jill Robertson sent me. Where are they? There they are. Thanks, Jill. I love them. Just some cool things. If you've seen my videos of hauls that I've gotten at thrift stores, you'll see some of the things that are in there. And then this is a bigger basket that has the larger pieces of ephemera, vintage ephemera, and some vintage books that I can use. And also more vintage books here that I have plans for. Down here I have these plastic boxes and envelopes, and they contain pages out of books I've gotten, used books I've gotten from thrift stores and the library and whatnot at library sales. I had way too many. They were taking up too much room, so I took pages out of the books and collected them in these, and they're filed, sort of organized. Some are one box is children's books, etc., reference books, things like that. So I have to label them. I did label them, but the labels came off. Anyway, down here, these are books that I've made, some junk journals I've made, and smash books that I've made, and they're used. The smash books are used, all filled in. And some crafting books and more books that I've made. Over here I have another stack of towers. This is scrap cardstock in colors, scrap cardstock in neutral, and then some stamps, Bible verses stamps, some trims and fibers in there, elastics in there, word stamps, etc., number stamps, journaling stamps, word sets, and alphabets. Over here I have a wastebasket that has rolls of paper. I purchased Martha Stewart vellum, glassine and vellum, I think, here when Michael's was clearancing them out. So I bought them, and they're in here, and I've used them a little bit. I need to really get into them and use them because I love them, especially the glassine. I can make bags and envelopes with them. Here is just a bookshelf that has my music on the top so I can have music while I craft, and a box of duct tape, miscellaneous things in that box, art journals here, and my junk mail stuff for junk journals. And I got this idea from Shannon Green. She has a lot more of this stuff than I do, so she has large containers, but this is what prompted me to organize it in this way. I'm going to make cards that will stand up and identify each section to make it easier to find what I want. But I have envelopes, packaging from food and other things, and then I have, and these are just plastic drawers that came out of something I don't use anymore. Book pages, junk mail, packaging from craft items, which are always fun to use in junk journals. And then I put these little trays in here for the smaller pieces, so it's easier to find what I want. This box here, tackle box, just has my beading supplies, so when I want to make a bead dangle, I grab that and take it downstairs with me. And here are 2 crates. This one has 12 by 12 colored cardstock, solid color cardstock, and this one has more of those Michaels plastic envelopes that contain themed items, Halloween, sewing, cooking, fantasy, Christmas, whatnot. If I need any of those, I go to those envelopes. I will show you this craft table. I have this table and then this long table, and these were countertops that were used in an office that my husband used to work at. And when they disassembled that office, he was able to bring the countertops home, and he put iron legs on them, so they're very sturdy. So that's what I have for craft tables. This is my stamping station. I hope my air conditioner isn't too loud. It's a very hot day today. But I have my Stampin' Up! Turn thing here for stamp pads, and I keep my refills up here and my little stamps that say handmade by or hand stamped by up here. My paper towels, my stamp cleaners, and then I have this drawer, little drawer organizer that I bought at Michael's, and it has stamp cleaner, and I use nail polish remover for cleaning my acrylic blocks, stamp blocks. I have some alcohol inks here, and my distressing tools and the pieces that, oh sorry, there. And then in the drawer I keep my acrylic blocks. Just a pencil holder there, and I bought this little tiered organizer to put my distress inks on. I have my wet wipes there, and here I have my heat tool. So it's all plugged in and ready to use. I have my distress mat here, my crafting mat here. Obviously I was using Mod Podge today, and there's a couple of books that I've made. This is what I just finished working on, and I will be doing a video on that. And on the wall I have some shelves. My light is hanging right up there. This box here contains things that I've set aside or purchased to include in swaps. So when I'm doing a swap, I pull that box down and pick out what I want to send. And then I've got magazine racks up there that have crafting magazines, stamping, and art journaling. Shoebox, plastic shoebox with paint, and reference books that I use pages out of for art journaling and junk journals. And there's a tin bucket of foam brushes, some cute little wooden stamps I put on display just because they're cute, some Pampered Chef organizing tool organizers that have markers and pens and whatnot. This is my curtain. It's getting out of the way of the air conditioner. But I have these baskets that contain my the stamps you have to put on the acrylic blocks. Stampin' Up! Puts their stamps like that in these cases, and you can buy them empty. So I do that too. I buy empty ones and put my clear polymer stamps in there. There's a little box there that has sprays in it, and then this shelf just has miscellaneous glues, sponges, colored pencils, markers, things like that. I'm going to quit here and continue in another part.